my uncle. So pretty much like what inspired me to make music and my biggest influences when I started doing music was like my uncle and my family. And growing up, just listening to music, like we said earlier, like NWA and everybody else that was rapping back in the day. So my uncle was inspirational for me because I was actually rapping first and doing, we started rapping in the basement and doing it like that, getting people instrumentals, rapping over them. This back in like '96, and just that's where it started at. Then when I went to Morehouse, I gravitated towards producing because I didn't have no producer, to produce my records. So and then I gravitated towards producing more than rapping because it was paying quicker. um, Anytime if I'm performing, that must be referring to like when I was rapping. But yeah, I performed in high school and we got put in detention because my homeboy, he wanted to, we got booed first off. We got booed. The crowd wasn't feeling it, so my homeboy wasn't feeling them. So he put his pants down and mooned the whole crowd. So yeah, that's how that went. So that's why I started producing. But that shit wasn't working for me. Growing up in St. Louis really shaped my sound, like to the point where I don't have a sound because we listen to everything. We're in the middle, so we listen to West Coast, East Coast, down south. We rock with every kind of music. So it really shaped my sound to the point where I'm versatile and I can do any kind of music, whether it's R&B, West Coast, down south. I'm known more of a down south producer, but I can produce any kind of type of record. So it really shaped me into the point where I'm like versatile to be in a room with anybody. The struggles I face along the journey is this whole game is whole struggle. It's like everything is struggle from when I first started, I didn't have enough money to pay for equipment. I had family members, shout out to them, that helped me with certain equipment to get started. And from even back before that, when I did have my equipment, I ended up getting, now I was an older producer when I started producing. I'm like 23 at the time, 24. So I got married like at 25. So I had situations with the marriage. You know how marriage can go. So if you spending too much time doing this, you got your lady over here. She feel like that's taking her time up. You have them type of struggles. You have you know other things I probably won't discuss, but you can probably put your mind, your imagination to work and understand. And sometimes in relationships, your keyboard might get broke by your girlfriend or whoever you with, just because they might feel like that's coming between the time you spend it. You spend this thing take a lot of time, so it's gonna come with sacrifice. So you can't really expect everybody to be a part of like the what your vision, what you're trying to do. So, but me personally, I wouldn't let nothing get in between that. So if you're gonna do that, then I gotta cut you out the way. So knowing the time I gotta put in this, that's a struggle in itself because I know that I'm gonna be lonely a lot of times because a lot of people really ain't gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? With your vision, because only you can see what you believe in. And the other people that's around you that ain't believing in what you believe in, there's always gonna be a conflict and a problem. So stepping into the studio, my creative process, I would say this, and it's gonna be sounding crazy because y'all see the plaques and stuff like that, and y'all see all the artists in my bio crazy, right? But I feel like every time I get on to make a beat, it's like my first time making a beat. Every time. Every time I don't know what to expect. I don't know if it's gonna be whack. I don't know if I need to give up. It just feel like it's my first time making a beat. Every almost every single time I make a beat. So with that, I just go for it. And I'm the type of person that if I'm fearful of something, I dive at it. You feel me? I don't run away from fear. You know what I'm saying? Fear is what drives me. So if I'm scared to do something, that's what makes me do it. So I don't know what's gonna come on. I might embarrass myself, whatever, but that's what makes me push and put something, produce something out. A lot of times it'd be dope though. You know what I'm saying? I have to give it up to God because I never been trained on music or anything like that. I don't know how to play the keyboard, none of that. But I know how to. I've adapted a sound to where I'm comfortable with knowing 9 times out of 10, if I touch this keyboard, it's gonna be dope. But I really feel like it's my first time every time. It's crazy. Um, the plaques that I've earned and what they mean to me. Okay, so Billboard #1. I don't know if y'all can see that right there. So going #1 in itself that's self-explanatory. Like, come on, you #1. Ain't nobody else there. You feel me? We did that. You feel me? So going #1 on the Billboard charts, that's major. That's super big, and that meant a lot to me because I mean it's #1. Who don't want to be #1? That's like a championship ring. You feel me? So we went gold next, right? Gold, that's dope. I mean, that's just an accolade and getting you into that status of the Dr. Dre's and the big producers that I look up to. So that was like, okay, a pat on the back. Let me know I'm going in the right direction. Because a lot of times you working in your basement, you working in places, and then you receive these accolades before you really start seeing the money and the success. So that's like okay, you doing your thing. Keep pushing. So when you go platinum, now you already like, you know what I'm saying? The platinum plaque is like, come on. We out there. Now I'm rocking with Dre. Now I'm rocking with the biggest produced Timberland and all of the big guys. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm right there with them. The only thing about that is going platinum is kind of scary actually because it's almost like graduating high school and then you go into college. You see what I'm saying? So I didn't bust up out the basement with the plaques, with the platinum plaques. Now I gotta go to college. Now it's a million of me up here. You feel me? Now it's a million people with platinum plaques where I'm at on my level. So I really got to show out now because I'm getting noticed by all the big guys. Then you got the Grammy nomination. Now you really now so, see all this coming like so the Grammy nomination is like you really putting yourself out there. Now you really got to show and prove. So it's actually a lot of pressure when you're that type of person because when you work with an artist and that artist is looking at you because you're a Grammy nominated producer. They expecting a lot from me, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of pressure. It's expecting me to make them a Grammy nominated person, you know what I'm saying, or artist. So there's a lot of pressure on them type of people, like that status right there. I tell you, that's some pressure right there for real. That's really like some real pressure, and I didn't realize that mentally. I had to go through it like it took probably a couple years to get my mind right. Like, okay, everybody ain't gonna be no Grammy. Just because I got it, don't mean that the people I'm working with gonna be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? Unless they're giving that Grammy effort. You know what I'm saying? So what we got left? Yeah, that's the Plaques right there. You know, we did 2.5 billion streams too. Now that was phenomenal. A lot of the crazy part about that plaque was the whole time I'm thinking there's 2 million. And then I'm looking at the number, I'm looking at the comments, I'm like, goddamn, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. Hey, that's 3 commas. That's a Billy, baby. We cracked that. And that's not even accurate to date. That's just when I got the plaque. So that thing probably in, I don't know. What's after a billion? But yeah, each one mean a lot to me, and these ain't even all the plaques. We got more on the way. We got other stuff that really, they kind of molded the way I look at things. And each one mean everything every album I've ever been on means something to me. Okay, I got one for that. The most memorable moment with a fan was when I first blew up with Migos. I had my like he like a play brother to me, and he used to run my Twitter. So he used to say stuff for me. He used to do all this stuff for me, and I used to do a lot of. Shout out to Tia Covert, my PR. She used to put me in a whole bunch of interviews, and I'm not a real talkative person, so a lot of times I need help like doing interviews and stuff like that. So Tia really gave me the blueprint on how to do interviews and all that. So get y'all a PR if y'all struggling with interviews and all that type of stuff. But anyway, like the craziest part about a fan, and I didn't know I had fans, first off. So I'm doing like a speech or something, and then right after I'm on a panel, like a producer panel, and a dude came up to me. He was like, "Yeah, man, he was talking to me on Twitter the other day, man." I was like, "That wasn't me, bro." I ain't want to tell him that, but I was like, I don't know how to tell this dude that wasn't me. That was my little brother probably saying. So I don't even know what he said to you. So that's got to be the craziest thing. Yeah. The most difficult challenge I had, and I don't really speak on it a lot, but we had a production team way back. We was produced for Rich Kids, all the big artists in Atlanta, and my boy, that's like my brother too. I call a lot of people my brothers, but he really be. I feel like that. You feel me? Like London on the track. We had London on the track. We had Envy. we had a whole bunch of super producers. Just imagine all the dopest up and coming producers all in one little group. And then when we split up, it kind of blew me because I never really wanted the spotlight. I just wanted to do the music. Unless I'll put somebody else there, but just let me down there ghostwrite. You know what I'm saying? With beats. I don't want to be the line. I don't want to be doing interviews. I don't want to do none of that. But when we split up, that kind of blew me. So I was like, I don't got my team. You know what I'm saying? So in my head, I'm like, shit, I'm dope as hell by myself, so it really don't matter. So I just tightened up. It took a minute. It took about 2 years to get over that because the team was so strong. It's like once you lose that type of team, bro, it's like losing Jordan. You know what I'm saying? What you finna do after that? So I know my shit was dope, so I just kept going and ended up getting my plaques, platinum plaques. So never give up on y'all dreams, man. Don't matter. It don't depend on nobody. Like, shout out to everybody. And I don't got no beef with it, problems with nobody, but don't depend on nobody for your success. You got it. You can do it yourself. Looking back, I'd probably be like, if I could tell my younger self something, I'd be like, I love my kids, but wait on the kids. Because the kids really, matter of fact, I can't say that though. I can't say that because I ain't gonna lie. The kids probably what made me get to this level. So younger me would say, the younger me would probably say, go hard, just keep going hard, don't give up. Because a lot of times I wanted to quit and work, fill out applications, and a lot of times I was on the fence, like I'm finna stop doing this shit and just focus on something. Because I got kids, so I gotta take care of them. So I can't let them down. So and I ain't gonna, let's go back to London. I talked to London on the phone about that same situation. And he told me, he said, as soon as you give up, bro, that's when this shit gonna happen. And he was damn sure right. As soon as I was feeling like that, I'm talking about less than a year later, this shit went platinum. Yeah. The way I handle pressure with the success is making a record called Shawty You Pressure with my dog Big Money Blitz. You feel me? That's how we handle pressure. We actually name songs called Pressure and this shit blow up. You know what I'm saying? Pressure bust pipes, but they also make diamonds. So you always gotta remember there's two sides of how you look at things. That's how I handle pressure. The message I want to leave to the next generation with music is to have fun. And I think music really got lost for a second with you can't work with this artist and because this person beefing with this person, I can't work with this one, I can't do that. So we got kind of lost in the gang culture, you know what I'm saying, that's including too many people that ain't even really with that. So with the what I want to bring to the back to the industry is the artistry and the music, you know what I'm saying, as a whole. It doesn't have a gang attached to it. You know what I'm saying? I just want you to be able to do your music, love people for their music, and leave it at that. So now the projects and the goals and the dreams that I got, we got records. Shout out to my boy Big Money Blitz. We got plenty records that we doing. So Shawty You Pressure is out of here. 16 million views at the time of this recording. Went viral on TikTok. We just want to do more records, do our own records. I want to put my own albums out. I'm working with DJ Funky on my first album. And we're gonna keep continuing to put albums out after that. Street Certified Beat Cartel, that's my production team. So I want to get a lot of producers together. Once we get to the level where I need to be, I'm gonna have a whole bunch of producers so we can really produce a whole bunch of different artists and producers and putting our own records out and getting placements. Sync, I love sync. I'm on about. I got 10 different. I got at least about 10 different syncs. I want to get more into sync and doing movie scoring and all that type of genre or whatever. Um, I just want to keep working, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get it. Cash Clay Beats. I'm out of here, man.
Yeah.
We lit.
All right.